All right, we got 3 more deals coming in. This does not include the Tomas Hurdle trade. There's my dog running into the room. That will probably be its own video anyway because that should be a blockbuster. And it also hasn't come up on Cap Friendly as official just yet, but it's been officially reported. Starting off, we're going to talk about the Habs Devils making a trade. Montreal Canadiens get a 2025 third-round pick. It becomes the second if the traded player, Jake Allen, plays 40 or more games next season and Jake Allen is on the team should the Devils make the playoffs. If the Devils don't make the playoffs and Allen isn't on the team, or Allen isn't on the team, that pick remains the third. If Allen plays less than 40 games, that pick also remains the third. I'd kind of be surprised if Allen played 40 games next year, but at the same time, Devils with their goaltending history, who knows, man? It could happen. Regardless, Devils get goaltender Jake Allen. He is 33 years old. He also has 50% of his salary retained, so he comes at a cap hit to the Devils of $1.925 million. In 21 games played this year, he has a goals against average of 3.65 and a save percentage of .892. Now those stats don't look great, and that's because they aren't great. But Allen he's a serviceable, probably like a 1B type goalie, kind of between a backup and a starter caliber player. He's honestly played pretty well behind a not so great Montreal Canadiens defense. So the stats I don't think tell the entire story. But Jake Allen is now a New Jersey Devil, so the Devils at least get a goalie. I don't think that's what they wanted or necessarily the solution in net for New Jersey, but seems like a temporary Band-Aid. But hey, they have a goaltender through next year. Vitek Vanacek still in the IR for the New Jersey Devils. They have Schmid and Dawes. Both are waivers exempt, so that either of them can be sent down. I'd assume they keep Dawes up and send Schmid back down. Whatever. It's been a long day. Next up, we're going to talk about Coyotes and Tampa Bay Lightning making a trade. Matt Dumba is now a member of the Tampa Bay Lightning. He's a right-shot defenseman, 29 years old. 54 games played this year, 4 goals, 6 assists, 10 points. He's a minus 13 on an Arizona Coyotes team. 55 penalty minutes. They also get a 2025 7th-round pick in exchange. The Coyotes, for giving up Matt Dumba and a 7th-round pick, all they get back is a 2027 5th-round pick, so well below my projection for what Matt Dumba was worth. But at least the Coyotes get something for a guy on an expiring contract who's not likely to re-sign in Arizona because it hasn't worked out. Matt Dumba definitely having a down year. But we know if he's a serviceable NHL-level defenseman. At the very worst, he's a good third-pairing defenseman, but ideally a top 4 kind of guy. Second line is ideal for Dumba if you can find the right defensive partner for him. He came into the league kind of as an offensive defenseman. I forget he was in a fight and hurt his hand, and his offense really since then has not been great. So he's had to rely more on his defensive abilities, and he's developed into a pretty solid guy in his own zone. He's not elite in his own zone by any means, but he's a pretty solid defender at this point. But he's also physical. He can throw hits. He can drop the gloves if you need him to. This is what Tampa is looking for. They're looking to get bigger and tougher. This is playoff hockey. Every team in the East is getting bigger and tougher. Tampa is no exception to that. So I do like the move a lot for Tampa. I think this is a solid move for the Bolts. The playoffs will get a little interesting. I do like Matt Dumba. I'm a big Matt Dumba fan. So I hope he does well. I hope he turns his season around a bit. And I'm glad he gets to enjoy the playoffs this year. He lives for the playoffs. That dude is a menace in the playoffs, and I love it. I'm not mad at it. So good for Matt Dumba. Bad for the rest of the Eastern Conference. Last trade we got on the board, nothing too major. Nikita. I don't know why I have Nikito. Yeah, Nikita. Nikita. I looked at the pronunciation because it was different than what I was saying. Where are we? Ahoychuk. That's how you say his name. Ahoychuk. I just want to make sure I'm saying that player's name right. 43 games played, 1 goal, 7 assists, 8 points. He's a minus 22 on a bad San Jose Sharks team. 44 penalty minutes. 6 foot, 200-pound defenseman. Right, but he's still young. So There's hopes that his defensive game will develop in Calgary. Calgary's stockpiling young defensemen, which is good. In exchange, the Sharks get a 2024 fifth round pick, and the Sharks will get the better of the picks. I don't know why I have San Jose up here. Whether it's the Flames or the Chicago Blackhawks, they'll probably get the Chicago Blackhawks fifth round pick because it'll be a high fifth round pick. The Flames, probably more of a middle fifth round pick. So high fifth round pick for Nikita Ahoytchuk. So there you have it. You're all caught up. Again, trades still trickling in as they become official. I'll report on it. But until then, we don't have all the details. And I don't want to just start throwing arms up. So I appreciate you. Take care.